Bitcoin Cash show. Welcome. Just getting set up over here. Alright, we're set up. Good evening, good morning. We are back, guys. The title has been changed. The crypto thing did absolutely no difference, so decided to switch it back. So we're back right here. Didn't go anywhere. Prices, the same. I mean, we're talking about price, it's the exact same. Weird stuff's moving right now. These soccer tokens or whatever are going down. So we're looking at all this stuff. This coin has been going surprisingly way up on Binance. It's over $4. So a lot of times when I see these coins being listed, it's really just the coin loading up on the exchange. Like nobody can even buy it and ride the pump. Whatever. I mean, I guess they do this when they put their coin up there. So I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. Let's check it on the CoinMarketCap and see if it's any different. That's why I'm here, guys. I'm just opening up this chat. No real game plan. Just, yeah, see $4 on here too, up almost 2,000%. So it's basically just put on Binance. But this coin's been around for all the way back. It says 2021, but I saw it before that. Yeah, 2018. I don't know what this is. There's been other coins that have done this weird stuff. There was a coin, white coin, that did this, where it like existed and then was taken off completely, like no wallet access, nothing. Then they airdropped the token, and then it continued its thing. But I don't even know if I would trust this coin, honestly. I mean, you're on Binance, so it's a trusted exchange. So, I mean, if you think that's the move, I just don't see how it's possible to get in or out of the trade. I mean, unless it stays at $4, which would just be insane. So I expect this coin may either to go way down, or it could literally stay at $4 on Binance. I mean, I've seen the craziest stuff happen in this this space. So yeah, it could go down to back down to a penny, 2 pennies where it was previously at, or it could stay at $4. Whatever. I mean, it makes no sense to me. This ℚ𝕚 coin, it's been pumping as well. I mean, I don't know why. It's like no reason why for it to be going up, but it's just randomly going up. It was over 100% because it was up 40 or 50% the other day as well. It kept going up. So it went from 3 to 6, and now it's went down a little bit and went down a lot. I mean, it goes from almost a sixth of a penny down to 5.5. I mean, 0.055. I mean, talking good little loss right there for people who jumped in here. But then it went right back up. So who knows with these coins? Honestly, I don't even know if these are actual legitimate projects or not. I mean, they probably likely aren't, in my opinion, but I don't want to call anybody out and say that they're not. Some of these people might be trying to, park their crypto, their Bitcoin, or whatever they have it trading with on the exchange. At least they're providing liquidity. But I mean, I don't even know if that's the case. These might all be just volumes that don't even make sense. But then there's coins like ₚ coin, which is up 10%. So I don't know. It makes no sense, and then it kind of makes sense when you start seeing these like mineable coins like ₚ coin on here. So I don't know. There's other coins that are on here that kind of follow the same crazy pattern, and it's just a pattern of not making sense, really. I mean, you got Crypto.com, Monaco, you got all these crap coins. So So yeah, welcome to Bitcoin Cash Live. We're back. Dash was up a little bit earlier. I saw that. It was kind of up a little bit more than the other ones were today. But again, still nothing much. I mean, it's been kind of flat too for the last 6 months. So, well, actually, it's dropped 50%. So, some of these coins are doing worse than others. Bitcoin Cash is kind of already recovered on this, I think. I don't know even the 6-month chart back that far. Let's take a look. Starting to forget. Yeah, we're still kind of in the same zone because we dropped a little earlier than Dash did. Looks like kind of came right back up after 200. I mean, we literally dropped 50%, but it seems like most of those altcoins did the same thing. They just kind of did it a little bit later. Like Bitcoin Cash went down, and then Dash went down, and other coins went down. Neo. So yeah, just looking at some of these coins. These digital currencies, as people call them. Going through this, guys. So yeah, I mean, Neo, kind of the same thing. I mean, not quite as bad as some coins. Some coins like Solana. These are hard coins to look at because you know the noobs were in it. I mean, we all know it. People that I was talking to that were noobs in crypto, they were all in this Solana thing. So they're down like quite a bit more. So I don't know. I mean, they already went down 35% and went back up, and then they cratered another 50% from that low. So not going through technicals on here. I'm not going to go through technicals. No point. But it's just kind of interesting to see these coins kind of like just go up and down. I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. I mean, like I said, these 3 soccer team coins, they all trade on Binance, Gate.io. I mean, these are valid exit points. Coin Tiger. I mean, some big exchanges, Pancake Swap. So these little tokens are trading on there. But other than that, not really a lot price-wise. I mean, we can fish through here and try to see. Bitcoin Cash was up a little bit earlier today. I think it's still up. It just jumped a little bit recently here. So if you're just logging in, we're live. We got a Bitcoin Cash. Open crypto, though. I want to be very clear on that. We're here to promote peer-to-peer cash through Bitcoin Cash, but feel free to bring up any crypto. I mean, we can all look into anything and see. I mean, there might be some cool stuff coming up. Maybe we can red light some scams. I don't know. Something. See if anybody's on here. Probably not. Yep, 0 people in here. So just kind of mosey on through this. Kind of go through different. Looks like I'm the only one here. Go through here. If anybody comes on the chat, that would be great. You can get in here. Come on down. Come on down to the chat. I'm here. Hope that's enough. And kind of go just mosey through these prices, see kind of what's going on. Not a real whole lot, but we'll go through it here and kind of see what's going on. So this coin actually has been around for quite a while. Speaking of coins, and I just saw ₚ on there as well. I want to say I've seen some of these coins on here way back when. So yeah, kind of 2018. So yeah, these little coins like ₚ, I mean, they're just ERC20 tokens, a lot of them. This one's on Ethereum. It's a utility token, circulating supply. I mean, anybody can really build one of these out. It doesn't take an Einstein to build one of these out, guys. I want everybody who's watching this chat. I'm not saying I could go on here and program it, but it's pretty easy. I've done it on other platforms. I haven't particularly done it on Ethereum, but it pretty much probably works the exact same way. You're just able to do more on this chain because there's more stuff going on. I mean, a lot of stuff's going on Ethereum, guys. But as far as a peer-to-peer payment system, I just don't see it happening. And that's where really the value of this is going to come in at a later point. Because right now, a bunch of speculation on all these coins. No telling what really they're at. I mean, I hope to see Ethereum go to whatever, as high as it can go. I hope to see Vite go as high as it could go. Not here to pump any projects or anything like that. Just kind of interesting to see these coins go up and down, come back around here later on at a later point. I mean, some of these, Movie Block, Sia Coin, DeFi Money, Prosper, Argo. I mean, I've seen a lot of these coins, guys. eCash, fork of Bitcoin Cash, eCash, guys. So yeah, these coins are coming right back around. So it's interesting to see these kind of repeat patterns of just these same coins kind of just up for no reason, and it's something to get excited about. Solana has cratered, really cratered. Interesting, some of these coins like Zcash, for instance, like Bitcoin Cash has really gone to another a next level low, guys. BSV, some of these coins have really crashed, but you have to realize they are getting heavily trying to be censored. Governments are trying to censor them. Hedge funds, Fidelity, they're trying to buy all these stocks and make it look like there's no volume. But really, guys, the price is being highly suppressed for Bitcoin Cash, BSV, a whole lot of coins. And some of that's going to come out of the woodwork here pretty soon. I think hopefully with this FTX thing, we see a pretty big run up in some of these coins. Like I mentioned, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, Neo, some of these projects that just really haven't gone up. You know, those need to go back up. If they don't go back up, we could see people's main coin, which is BTC Core, mainstream version of Bitcoin, potentially crumble. Because really, the altcoins, in my opinion, are the only ones holding this whole crazy show on. I mean, there's nobody really left here at this point. Solana, Terra, all those coins have been wiped out. I mean, there's all the new coins. You know, the Graph, I mean, just newer coins, they've been wiped out at this point. I mean, they're down to like, on their Bitcoin equivalents, probably from a Bitcoin to 0.1. If we're talking dollars, probably more. So, I mean, that's kind of the thing here. I mean, and plus with the FTX thing, the whole scam on, you know, Celsius, there's been a ton of them. Terra Luna, they've all kind of just conveniently happened all of a sudden, like over the last bit of time. So all that money is just floating around here on these exchanges. Basically, people didn't get their wallets pretty much walking off with, and that sucks. I mean, that's the worst thing, honestly. But you know, people will come back around to crypto. I'm not worried about that. But some of these coins have really been just moving. I mean, like I said, we're getting like 10% jumps on coins that have been around. Mineable coins, Sia Coin was one. Some of these ERC20 tokens have been coming back around. Like I said, we're still getting these weird price pumps from like coins that are going on to Binance. But who knows? If it stays at $4, it wouldn't surprise me either at this point. With such an incredible amount of like low, real consumer volume. Because there's always a ton of volume in crypto. It's just not really a lot of people, or it's not like people like me or anybody watching this channel buying crypto, spending crypto, saving crypto, any of that stuff. So it's just like mostly automated computer volume, all of these coins. So I mean, there's no real entry point unless you really buy the project. I mean, if you think Sia Coin's good, go for it. I think that's part of this. You see something that you see a value in here. You think Solana can make a comeback? I don't know. These coins kind of seem to come out of nowhere all of a sudden. You know, the whole Bitcoin Cash when it came about, it wasn't like it came out of nowhere. It came out with a whole storyline up to that point. I mean, whether or not, nobody knows what really happened, honestly. We just know that the network forked, Bitcoin Cash came into existence, people got credited, there was a community that moved on with peer-to-peer cash, and there was a censored version that basically was left for everybody else to obsess over and speculate. I don't know if either one of those stories is 100%, but we move on with these good projects, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple even, some of these that have been around for a while. And they're the only ones holding this thing up at this point. Because I think this whole thing was probably likely either planned or planned, because this all has seemed to happen so many times where exchanges just pretty much rob the noobs. And I don't know, was this money ever here? Is it still here? It probably is. And you know, it's something that's really amazing, because I think even if these people get burned this time, a lot of them will come back around. They'll be able to, you know, you learn crypto as you invest in crypto, as you put time into crypto and your actual money, like actual money that you got. You make it crypto money. You make it Bitcoin Cash. You make it Ethereum Classic. You make it whatever you want. Sushi Swap. I don't care. Whatever coin you want. I'm just saying, a lot of these coins that have not jumped, which I gave the list earlier, I think there's a lot of potential, especially on some of the use cases. For Zcash, even if Zcash goes staked, Ethereum's price really hasn't changed. The idea of Zcash is not for it to, I mean, I wouldn't use Zcash for just normal day-to-day transactions, but maybe I would. If people accepted it, maybe I would. You know, so all this stuff's coming, I think. It's only a matter of time. You know, it's something that's probably going to happen pretty soon. So it's kind of why I'm making the video. Ethereum Classic, some of these coins, they're just badass. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. When you own them, you're just like, I really like this thing. It's not like a collectible item where people get fixated on it for a little bit of time and it just loses value. It's like you actually get more value over time by owning the coin. It's really weird how it works. You have an extension of just the monetary value, and you actually have value that it presents in your day-to-day life, because you think about money different. You don't just, you know, cash your money out, or if Burger King starts taking Bitcoin Cash the other day, I'm not going to run and go buy a burger. I'll think about it a little bit more. You know, what am I doing? What's the cost of that burger? Things like that. And that is kind of a benefit, because it makes you kind of think about money, which you wouldn't normally do. You'd just be like, oh, you go buy the burger, whatever. So, yeah, like I said, these coins are definitely some potential, especially with these massive coins like Terra Luna, and some of these coins going just to zero, basically. The exchange is basically going to zero. Even if they have to repay that money, it's just going to be like Mt. Gox, where people got paid like years later. I think some of the people from Mt. Gox just started getting repaid like last year. So, it's dumb. Those people that lost money, basically, the best thing they can do, honestly, is get back in as quick as you can, because if you leave your money on an exchange, that's kind of what seems to be the occurrence. And people learn that. I mean, I learned that. You gotta learn it and keep on going, and you know, get your crypto, get it safe, get it where you know it's safe. Don't put it in one single spot. Have it spread out. That way, if somebody comes after you with crypto, or trying to take your crypto or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. You literally have nothing to worry about. That can't be the case for a lot of other stuff. Not just US dollars, where people can take some money out of your banking account, but just in everyday life. I mean, somebody could steal your phone, things like that. There's still ways to protect it. So that might not be as easier if you just had, you know, a credit card or cash. They could just go to the store, you know, before you know it, your credit card's getting used. I was at Dave & Buster's and lost my credit card, and somebody started, while I was in Dave & Buster's, had already put like $300 on it. Just in the hour I was at Dave & Buster's playing video games. So, you know, that kind of thing. can happen pretty easily. If somebody had found my phone, or anything like that, they would have had my phone, but they wouldn't have been able to, get into any of my money. And one access point would be to my money, and I think that's pretty cool. So it's it's something to think about. If you're new to crypto or you don't know kind of the way it works, it's basically money. There's other applications for it on some of this other stuff, but for the majority of what it's always been, it's still trying to accomplish its very first winning goal that's succeeded. It's basically just money. So all this other stuff is kind of, some of it's, nuanced stuff. It's just no point to even go through it and look at a lot of these projects, because a lot of these projects are just early Bitcoin holders holding their money in their coin. I think that's what a lot of this is, honestly. I know Charlie sold his Litecoin, whatever. Justin's son, he's probably sold, bought, whatever. But really, this is a whole ecosystem of kind of a new age banking system for the mainstream. And I mean, it's really going to compete with a lot of other systems like central banks and stuff like that. But really, it doesn't even have to. It really has to compete with itself. And as it grows, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about central banks. If the central bank system keeps on going, the crypto system will inevitably keep on going too. Because countries that try to ban it, if they ban it, the countries that don't ban it automatically have more power, because it's automatically going to be something they decide they want to do. So it's kind of like, which one do you want to do? You can't ban it, so you basically have to join it, or try to coexist with it, which is what's happening now. And I mean, it doesn't have to take over the whole financial system. That will likely happen over time, just by people, saying, hey, this is a better money. It makes sense, and the value will hold on goods and service, and it'll literally make stuff so much more fair. So people would say, oh, well, it's volatile, and how are you going to spend it? Yeah, but if people start using it and spending it, and the price will inevitably go up, and it'll find balance in every sector. Every single commodity, there'll be a price to literally everything. And at some point, when the mining stops, or when the mining block reward stops, that will be the next, like, either the Armageddon or the moving on point where it, competes with, I don't know what it could even be involved in at that point. But it's really fascinating to think about, because there's only a certain amount of Bitcoin Cash. There's only a certain amount of other forked coins, and there's core coin that's still, I don't know how, but up to almost 17K still. So that's the one that's got the market cap right now. But the thing of it is when you see coins like this and all these random coins just pumping for no reason, this is more than just about this coin, guys. I mean, it's not. If all these other ones go to zero and this one's the only one that goes up, it's gonna have me questioning the entire business model. Not business model of Bitcoin Cash, the business model of money, because it's not fair at that point if that's what happens. Because this right here, it's not. It doesn't make sense, like even on the most basic level. On the most basic level, if I don't think this makes sense, it doesn't make sense. I don't think mainstream is going to buy this, honestly. Because I'm telling you, the more people that go into it, that like it, they learn about it. I don't have to sit here and tell them about it. They go and learn about it. Which is truly fascinating, because it actually is something that people will take the time and learn about. And I would say it's probably the most fair money in the entire world at this point. See if anybody's in the chat. Still nobody. Looks like we got 2 people in the chat. So yeah, if you're here, say hi. If you don't feel like saying hi, it's all good. I'm gonna keep on going here. So yeah, these coins, do they have value? Don't they have value? Do they work with or without the value that's currently on them? Yes, to all that. They have value. They are amazing. Try owning them, try using them, try spending them, try sending them to somebody and tell me that it's not fun. It makes spending money fun again. So, I don't know, it's kind of a cool thing. If you got a comment, drop it below. I'm just gonna roll this and see if we get anybody coming in the chat. Looks like we do have a few people in the chat. Yeah, so welcome if you're here. Mi casa, tu casa. Welcome to the chat. And I do got my QR code in the top right if you want to send me a Bitcoin Cash payment. If you get bored, try using the payment system. It's really fun. You literally scan the QR code with your Bitcoin Cash wallet and hit send. And guess what? I get it 2 seconds later, or less, which is just amazing. So yeah, once you get to the point of exhausting talking about the price, a lot of people are kind of like, well, what do we talk about? Well, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. For one, if you want to go back and talk about the price, look at this, random stuff falling. Soccer tokens falling 10%. Digital bits. This coin has been a winner recently. Not all the way down here. I mean, look at this. This is insane. This is on Gate.io. This is on KuCoin. This was almost 80 cents. It's less than a penny. It's like half a penny. It's insane. I mean, it's crazy to think that this coin has dropped that much. I mean, seriously. It's not mineable. It's a Ethereum, token, whatever. Corresponds to digital bits. This is insane. Smallest transaction amount. $20 XDB is the minimum balance. That's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Real low fees, but not as low as Bitcoin Cash or BSV. I mean, for the price of the asset price, this is garbage. But who knows? This coin might go to $80, which is like hundreds of thousands of percent gains, million% gains from where it's at now. So this might be the next Doge coin or Doge coin. And yeah, like I said, these coins are just randomly falling. Chili's, this was everybody's favorite before the dump. This was a new coin people were talking about a lot. See how this one's done. Okay. So it still has not gone down to these levels where it was at for like quite a while. So yeah. Vite, up 25%. Vite. Get you some Vite. So yeah, some of these coins are just total garbage. I mean, I would not even put like $10 in them, but those are the very coins that go like thousands of percents up. So the whole thing is just bonkers, I would say. Ripple, expect this coin to go to $30, which is just insane. Zcash, expect this coin to go to, 20,000, which is insane. It's at $40. I mean, it's really hard to think that these coins, Bitcoin Cash to 20K, that they could really go this high. Dogecoin from a third of a penny to 80 or to 70 cents. Does it sound familiar? Does the tone ring a bell? Filecoin. This coin was doing really well for a while, then it cratered. But I mean, is there potential here? Probably. I mean, it went to almost $200. It probably did go to $200 for a minute or two. Now it's at $4. So these are potential buys. I mean, it was at $25 in 2018. This is insane. Wow. Yeah, this coin might make a comeback, guys. So I would keep an eye on our radar here. I'm gonna go ahead and say this coin will probably go thousands of percents up from where it's at now, I would say. Just based on the exchanges that it's on, guys. I mean, a lot of people buying this coin, I don't know. Has it gotten hacked recently? I don't know. Is it trade anywhere that's actually, you can actually exit your position? When you see HitBTC is like #2 exchange, that scares me a little bit. But it's on Coinbase, so I don't know. I mean, this might be the coin to buy. I mean, it could go up to $200 from $4. I mean, what is that? Thousands of percents up. And it's on a lot of exchanges. I mean, look at this. Crypto.com. I mean, Gate.io, Coinbase, Dcoin. Dcoin's got a lot of Bitcoin Cash, I believe. There's a lot of that trades on there. I'm gonna check real quick. See if, yeah, Dcoin. 2.85, not much actually. Okay, OKEX, Bit4X, Mexi. A lot of these exchanges have been around, guys. Vindax, Bit4X, Upbit. It's a big Korean exchange. They pump a lot of coins on this exchange, by the way. I don't know if anybody's ever been on one or made a bunch of money. I made a bunch of money on a pump that was on, what was it? Bittrex. I think it was Whitecoin. It went up, and I was just like, whoa! It just went up like 10x right in front of my eyes. It was not a crazy investment, but it was interesting to see that happen. And that was just pure luck. I mean, I was just kind of like watching it, and it started going up, and I was like, what the hell? I think I put like $1,000 in it, and in like a couple minutes it was like 10 grand. And I took it out and then lost it on some other coins. So yeah, that kind of stuff happens pretty frequently if you don't know what you're doing. Initially, when you get into this stuff, you're like, I think this might be the coin. I think this might be the one. You quickly find out that that's not the case, that your money was on the exchange and you were gambling. So you went to the exchange, you gambled. You could have walked away with some money, but you didn't, because you traded other coins that didn't make sense. You thought you were smart, and you lost all your coin. Because inevitably you lose your coin in the end, right? You don't lose any dollars. You already went into the crypto, so the money was already there. You just lost your money. You lost your crypto. So if you're new to this stuff, you know, watch out with those exchanges. Have one reason to get on them, and then one reason to get off. And make sure if you're doing it, it's in a coin that you know there's enough liquidity, there's no issues with the network, any of that stuff. There's issues right now. I mean, there's issues with crypto right now. There's major issues with crypto right now. I mean, coins that I own have issues right now. BSV has been you're not able to get it off any exchange really right now that I know of, at least the ones that I've tried. Robinhood doesn't work. Some of the wallets still work. Luckily, the wallet that I have works. It does work on Exodus, guys. So it is working on Exodus wallet, which I think is just a really good wallet. Good interface, and you know, very safe. And I think I recommend that wallet. But right now, yeah, BSV can't. There's just no way to like. I mean, I haven't looked really into it a lot, guys. I just know that they're having some issues right now. So it's not a big deal. There's somebody mining empty blocks, but they haven't sold their BSV. So I think everything's good. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. Any double spend or anything like that. I don't think that that's really the intention of it, but for the sake of the network, it's being cautious. I mean, there's nothing really they can do. If he wants to sell, or he or she wants to sell those coins, he can, or they can. And I mean, in theory, that would likely make the price go down, because when you sell a lot of coins and dump them, and there's no market for it, there's not even a way to take it out of the market really. There is some exchange. I mean, there, like I said, Exodus. It's not everywhere. It's just some of the exchanges are having some problems because they're like probably not knowing if their money's going to even be there by the time that you take it off. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm not too concerned about it. Like I said, if he was going to dump the coins, I think he would have already. He or she's probably trying to stack the coins and just making a point about the network fee. That's probably literally it. It's gotten so low where it just doesn't make sense. So trying to just go up with that network fee a little bit, maybe correct the issue. It may or may not work. Ultimately the person with the coin can make that decision on what they want to do. So it's just a little BSB news, nothing crazy, but it just shows how these coins can go. They start experiencing issues or things like that. But for the most part, that's why you don't, like I said, put all your money in one thing. There's a lot of ways to invest in Bitcoin Cash right now. You can buy the actual coin and actually own the coin and spend the coin and save the coin and or stake the coin, whatever you want to do with the coin. You can do. But you can also, there's stocks if you're too scared to get into crypto initially, but you want to support the project, you can maybe buy some custodial stocks, BCHG through Grayscale through your brokerage account if you have one. There's different ways you can support it. You can go down to St. Kitts and use an ATM and get some crypto on your cell phone wallet and then just start spending. I don't know what the conversion rate for that would be. Probably be a little high, but if you're just that type person that likes to go to an ATM, well, you can go there with your debit or credit card and likely just pay for it there, and then just experience a little bit while you're on the island. You can just walk around, spend it just like it's real cash, and think in your head if this kind of stuff has a future. So I think there's a lot of ways you can support it. You don't have to necessarily if you're kind of skeptical about it, you're like, I don't know if I want to do crypto, or crypto is not for me. Maybe if it gets more mainstream, I suggest actually try owning some, and then by owning it, you'll have a pretty good, clear idea of if you're like, okay, well, maybe I want to buy some more of this, or maybe this isn't for me. So it's just a way to kind of figure out if you like it. That's all I'm saying. If you want to know if you like crypto, you want to know if you're buying a good crypto, you want to make sure that you're not just like gambling your money or getting involved in something you don't know. I'm letting you know Bitcoin Cash is a very safe crypto. Your money's not going to be at risk. It's not going to be at risk any more than the general crypto market at this point in time. Now that pattern could very easily change if it went bullish. But at this time, it's pretty much generally the same crypto market. At least there's going to be no theft. As long as you buy it from an exchange and you put it on a cold wallet, which is a ₚ or Nano. I'm not going to put those links in the description below, but you can download those, or you can look into that ₚ or Nano, put it on a cold wallet, or you can put it on a hot wallet, just a decentralized, non-custodial wallet. That is the key word. You don't want to give your banking information. You don't want to give them your ID. You just want your seed phrase, and then you also want to back up your private keys. So you want to actually get the private keys and write them down. They're really long, and have the private keys, and then likely the seed phrase you'll want to memorize. That's something you're going to need. It's like a very secure PIN for your debit card. Just think of it like that. It's 12 words. You can memorize it. People are like, oh, I don't know if I'll memorize it. Well, write it down and put it in a drawer in your house, or put it in your safe, or put it at your local bank if you want them to confiscate it and spend your money at a later point in time for whatever reason they deemed fit. So it might seem a little obsessive, but you get my point. You want to have control over your money. And it just makes sense. Even if the value in terms of whatever fiat currency country you're living in, even though that number might change, at the end of the day, you're going to have a currency that you actually own. something that you actually own that has value, even though that value might be crazy if it was $3,600 tomorrow, or $20,000 tomorrow, or $100 after coming up to $1,500, things like that. But you have to realize that you also are putting that risk into the banking system, and all the debt that comes with being part of the banking system. Because if you're in the banking system, your money's not just in there. You're part of their overall debt program, because eventually that shit's gonna get liquidated, wiped out, inflated. They're gonna inflate your money that you have there, that's for goods and services, but way past that to stuff you can't even believe. So, I mean, there's been tons of stuff like this in history if you go back and look, guys. This is nothing new. This is like Fort Knox all over again. I mean, you can literally go back and see these stories. These bankers have been doing this for over 100 years. Thousands of years if you want to go into civilizations that have marked down their silver or gold and their currency, and the Roman Empire collapsed this way. So I mean, this is nothing new. This is not some conspiracy theory where it's like, oh my gosh, the government's doing this. No, if you put your money into a bank, you are playing with their debt, period. It on a fundamental level, you're playing with their debt. And even though you might incur what you think is a debt in the short term on this crypto stuff, in the long term, I'm telling you, it's already been paying off. Trust me, it's paid off for me, not even on price. It's paid on over me with price. So there's just some fundamental stuff, guys, that you got to learn about with this stuff. But once you do, you get super excited about it, because you actually have one thing in your life you can control 100%, your money. As long as you have memory, you can control your money. Now, if you lose your memory, I do recommend writing it down. I do recommend protecting your money in whatever way you choose to do so. Like I said, Nano Wallet, Trezor, Hot Wallet. There's tons of them. Exodus, Atomic Wallet, Badger Wallet for Bitcoin Cash. There's the Bitcoin.com wallet. There's Hand Cash for BSB. There's tons of different wallets, guys, but just don't keep them on an exchange wallet. Don't get confused with the idea. And Coinbase, I think, I don't use Coinbase, but I know they do. It's they have you have your private wallet, and then you have your exchange wallet. So I think the private wallet, I would assume that's probably a non-custodial wallet, but I would make sure. But try some of these other wallets. Have 2 or 3 wallets. Have your money in 2 or 3 spots. That way, whatever. I mean, you don't have to worry about. Have your money in a cold wallet. Have your money in a hot wallet. Have your money in an exchange wallet. If you want to have it in an exchange wallet, just know the risk of having it in an exchange wallet. And then have your money in your head, basically. Have your money in your memory and know where it's at. And if you need it, or for whatever reason you want to have access to it, very easy. You just remember your seed phrase. You can open up multiple wallets with different service providers. None of them will know your password. None of them will know your private information. They won't have access to your private keys. They won't be able to use your seed phrase to get in. They won't be able to have, or you won't have to give them your seed phrase or your private keys to get into use your crypto. You'll be able to just have it there in that crypto when you want it there, and it's just using their wallet. It's not even like you're downloading or joining their bank or anything like that. You're just using your money in a open marketplace that you have the access to use your money by the seed phrase, like I said, that's going to give you access to it. So it's literally untouchable. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to emphasize. That's the whole point. It's literally untouchable. And that comes with maybe a price of volatility. That might come with a little bit of a price over time, and maybe a downward trend. But remember, there's other stuff going on here, guys. We got to remember, there's other coins that have done this, that have gone up, and I can just pull one up. I can pull up Ethereum Classic, and what does that have to do with Bitcoin Cash? Well, I'm about to show you. It's like I said, a lot of the exchanges are trading this stuff, but once they start seeing value going somewhere that inevitably will go into Bitcoin Cash, it already has, but like I said, there's being a lot of price suppression by Grayscale. People might say there's no volume on there. It doesn't matter. There's been suppression on a lot of these cryptos. It hasn't been a situation where people are like eager beaver to run and buy it, like, oh, I gotta go buy it because it's the hype new thing. There's been none of that recently. But Ethereum Classic, kind of the same thing. It went way up. A lot of these coins are going to do this. Doge went way up. So yeah, I think Bitcoin Cash, even if you're looking for a crypto that's going to go way up, well, it's going to be taking a lot of the market up with it, because it's already been here. It's already been providing liquidity for years, for exchanges to do their thing. So yeah, it's not going anywhere. Tron, same kind of thing. Ethereum Classic, same kind of thing. Just some coins just do it better, guys. That's the whole point of this. Some coins just do it better. And I recommend try using other coins and then setting up their wallets, using different, seeing what's going on in the communities, that kind of thing. I think you'll inevitably see that Bitcoin Cash is at the top of that list. So Ethereum Classic, talking about another coin. This might pull volume from Ether. This might be, at least from an infrastructure point of view, from somebody who's, there's an infrastructure economy behind it. That might be one of this coin, just because it has that infrastructure already built. It just took it from ETH, literally. I don't know if that'll be profitable, but maybe it will be, especially if this coin starts going up in price. Which it's done back in May. It was like one of the top performers of any crypto. When it went to $200, over $200. I think it went to like $210 for a minute. So yeah. If you're in the chat, say something. Looks like a couple people just joined, or one person just joined. Is it ℚ𝕚𝕚𝕚? What's good, man? HJ, Omega, Chad just got word. Let's go! You still in ETH Classic? Yeah, I told you, brother. The Ethereum Classic is one of my biggest positions. Every coin is going up parabolic, even if some useless coin. Yeah, the parabolic coins it's gonna happen, Jay. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to look at this and just say, oh, all the cryptos went up, but that's just going to be from a general perspective you see on a graph. To the magnitude and the size of the jump, that will be determined by utility. That will be determined by infrastructure, aka stuff that's already built out that has just been obsolete on ETH, Ethereum Classic. That's why we're talking about this stuff, man. So it makes sense. So you're right. You're exactly right. And I'm building up what you say to be right, because it is right. A lot of these shit coins are gonna pump crazy. Like, probably, I'm not gonna lie, some coins are gonna go up more than Bitcoin Cash. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be coins that are gonna go up like maybe as much as Doge, and that won't make a lot of sense to people. That'll be one of those things that's like, oh man, well. And some of them will buy a coin and it'll go up, and they'll think that coin is, because their coin went up, they'll think it's the coin. It kind of happened with Solana and Terra coin, or Terra Luna, or whatever the fuck it's called. Excuse my French. But yeah, it's gonna happen. A lot of these crap coins are just gonna go up for no reason. And people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm buying it. They're going to get caught in the hype. And that's going to be really the worst thing for crypto, because when it goes down, those coins go into free fall mode. And those people are kind of just left going, oh my God. And that'll probably be the next wave of people who come in, honestly. Some of these other people, that they'll kind of go back to their old coins. or maybe look into other coins like Bitcoin Cash. Some of the stuff that'll probably be more mainstream, like actually being used. People start using this at the steakhouse I mentioned. People start using this at chain stores. It's all coming, guys. I mean, like I said, you can go buy a steak dinner at a chain local restaurant down the street. There's several. I can go to 2 Mastros within 30 minutes. Reputable steakhouse, part of a large chain of restaurants, and pay with Bitcoin Cash. You can look on it on their website. I've done that in one of my previous videos. It's been almost a year. All that stuff's already built out. There's Bitcoin City, with which Bitcoin Jason is in the chat sometimes. He actually lives in that city, and you know, he basically has made it where there's basically merchants everywhere. So it's basically a trial run, and there's already places in the Caribbean that are using it. St. Kitts and Nevis, where they just did the Bitcoin Cash conference. I mean, it's being used basically everywhere. So these are little trial areas. I mean, they come with a little bit of trial and error, but for the most part, they're working pretty functionably, and it doesn't have to go mainstream to every single country in the world immediately. It can happen over time. Like some of these smaller areas can use it, kind of provide the ability to use it, and you know, that kind of stuff really goes a long way, I think, especially in some of these smaller rural areas that don't really have access to banking, and they might have a cell phone with service, but like there's no bank around. Maybe they don't really trust their bank, or their government's in an area where they're, you know, suddenly $5 bills aren't worth anything, or you know, suddenly you have to go trade in all your bills, and before a certain amount of time, or they're worth nothing. That kind of thing happens all the time. Turkey's inflation rate, Argentina, Venezuela. I mean, all these countries have, like, even the Chilean peso, I think, was down, have all just kind of, the yen. I mean, a lot of these currencies just start losing value, and then you might say, whoa, well, Bitcoin Cash loses value too. Well, yeah, but at least it's not in the bank. At least maybe when it gets to a point where there's a competition for goods and services with Bitcoin Cash and the option to pay with it, maybe that's where it finds a price, or maybe it finds a price at a later point in time, you know, when there's different loans and stuff built out on it, and there's different you know, side chains and stuff built on top of it, where you can actually scale it out and have like lending services built on top of it, different companies that are running different transactions on it, that kind of thing. So I mean, we're still at the very beginning, in my opinion, but I think if you look at the cumulative crypto market, not just like, oh, well, Bitcoin Cash is down for 4 years or 5 years. Yeah, we don't know where Bitcoin Cash was at, or where the price would have been at had it been before the fork. It might be the only one that fucking exists at this point, because it would have scaled. So you can't say like you know everything about crypto. Nobody does. Nobody really does, and if anybody really does, then they probably don't care about it enough to even. It doesn't even matter to them. They know they've already won. They've already gotten what they wanted to do, which is financial freedom for pretty much the entire world, at a non-given date. They just never had a date for when it was going to happen, which doesn't really matter, because in the end, as long as this stuff doesn't get super censored, like I said, that does bring up a good topic, and I was talking about it the other day, is if it gets super censored. If that becomes, I don't know if you could truly censor the entire space, but it could be very, very, very hard, I think, at this point, just because there's so much censor on Bitcoin Core, BTC. Let me catch up here, Jay. You wrote a lot here. I was thinking about buying ETH. Classic, but I've been so focused on BCH. Yeah, I mean, to answer that question, bro, just buy some Ethereum Classic. See if you like it. It works great. It's pretty fast. The fees obviously are not, super cheap as some currencies if you want to trade it. But I mean, you can hold a little bit, see kind of how this infrastructure thing kind of builds out on builds out from an economical standpoint from ETH going proof of stake, because if they go proof, like now that they're proof of stake, all that mining equipment, I mean, if the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum Classic goes up, like even in the short term, they can just turn on those miners, boom, revenue stream, and it might catch on in that respect. And then who knows, some of the devs might move over, some people might start building stuff on top of that. There's not a big difference in like what it could do. It's just a matter of if it'll do that, but I think it probably will, so I'm betting my money on it. Chad, I think Bitcoin can go as low as 10 or 14K. What do you think? Dude, I think Bitcoin could go to freaking $5, honestly. I think a lot of these cryptos could go way lower. I mean, honestly, I'm not even kidding you. Once you start taking like the actual speculation on this out, I mean, people are speculating on this, I mean, this whole market, really. But I don't think it's going there. Maybe it'll go lower. Maybe it'll go back down to $3,000 or, I don't know. I think what we're going to see, honestly, Jay, is we're going to see a big run up on the altcoins. And it's not just because I'm holding them. I really do think this, just based on fundamentals and things that have happened in the past. This isn't just me randomly hoping that because I have altcoins, I want them to go up. I want to be clear on that. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is I think there's going to be a good, pretty much run up on a lot of these altcoins, like you said, even some of these really crappy coins that are unheard of. That, like I was saying, like ₚ like some of these coins, I don't know if you heard earlier, ₚ, Mossland, I mean, Movie Block. Some of these have been around, Mobile Cash, for a while now. And I think, you know, a lot of these coins are probably going to go thousands of percents up, in my personal opinion. So yeah, like coins like this go back up to 3 cents from a quarter of a penny. So these are big gains, dude. These are huge gains. So yeah, I think a lot of that's going to happen. I think where I was going with that was, I think a lot of these altcoins, even ETH, Ethereum Classic, any of those, I think a lot of these altcoins are going to go super high up. Super high. I mean, like probably 10,000% up. To give you an estimate of how big the jumps are going to be. Like, and I'm talking coins on like Litecoin. I think Bitcoin Cash. Like I said, I've been saying Bitcoin Cash is going to go to 20,000 for a whole year on this channel almost. And like I said, I had a channel before this that I was doing in 2019 that I started, or actually 2018 I started it, and I did it till 2019. I didn't have a lot of videos, but I always would say Bitcoin Cash to 20K, Bitcoin Cash to 20K, and I'm saying that at $100. That I still think Bitcoin Cash could easily go to 20,000 price-wise. Could it go down from there? Yes. Could it go up from there? Absolutely. Yeah, same with Ethereum Classic. I don't think there's anything holding Ethereum Classic back from potentially going up to, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 like ETH did, $5,000. So yeah, I mean, these are my speculative guesses. It's all going to come down to use case. It's all going to come down to what works, you know, what makes sense. And some of this stuff's not making sense to people. I mean, especially if you were on FTX or you had your money on Celsius, or I mean, I don't even know how many crashes we've had this year. Like Terra Luna, FTT token, you know, FTX going debunked, Celsius, Voyager. I mean, there's tons of them. I think there were two or three more just this year and last year. I mean, it's insane. Binance getting hacked. I mean, just all this stupid stuff. BNB or their stable coin or whatever one of their tokens like stopped working or got double spent. Just tons of stuff like that has happened this year. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much stuff has happened in crypto this year, like regardless of the price. Chad, I'm not gonna lie, I'm working both weekend 11 to TPM because I'm done bad on BCH and dollar cost averaging. That's good, bro, but think about this too. You want to space out some of your other coins. You got to see stuff like smart contracts. All that stuff's gonna happen on Bitcoin Cash. I'm just saying, if you get the urge, look into some of these other coins too. I mean, they're good. I mean, I don't think that you should feel like you've got to just buy Bitcoin Cash because it's Bitcoin Cash is going to get to a point where you want to spend it. It's probably going to be to a point where it's probably 100 grand per Bitcoin Cash. ʔħanᴜ said it a couple years ago. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, you're going to probably have tons of investments, bro. You're going to have real estate investments you buy with it. You're going to have probably investments with gold, silver, have investments with, like I said, real estate, have investments with like stuff you want to do, your time. So all your money will be spaced out in probably like, I would guess maybe 10 or 20 wallets. So you probably have like 10 or 20 wallets that you use, you know, not even use, like some of them are just, you know, maybe you're offering liquidity to an exchange. I don't know how big you could get, Jay. I don't know. You could get that big. So, you know, we can get that big together on this channel. Just bring it here. If you want to support Bitcoin Cash, do it. You want to support, you know, if you're thinking about buying these other coins, Jay, I think you should. I think you should buy a little bit, because I don't think you should like don't take any of your investment from Bitcoin Cash. If you have to spend your Bitcoin Cash, yes. If you feel like you want to do that, I mean, I know there's not a lot of merchants where we're at. We both live in the same area. We're both in Southern California, so I know there's not a ton of merchants here that accept it. It's not as convenient, I get it, to use. But yeah, I think you should spend, you know, a couple dollars here and there on some of these coins you think are cool, like Ethereum Classic, because they are cool, bro. They're doing a lot of stuff. You know, with Bitcoin Cash, we're really trying to get people on this idea of paying with it. That's the whole thing. We want people to pay with it. We want it to be built out on legitimate places like Costco, things like that. And I think that's coming. It's probably going to be a matter of time. I'm not going to lie. It's been sandbagged with the debit cards and Visa cards for the last 5 years, and we just now got those. So it's going to be a while. And I mean, it's going to seem like forever. That's the thing. It's going to seem like forever, but it's not going to be that long away. So, wow, Chow, might as well change the title to your Ethereum lifestyle. Well, here's the thing, Jay. I did change it to the crypto show the other day, but surprisingly didn't get any more viewers. But I only did it one time, but it was enough to be like, eh. But yeah, I mean, I'm here to not promote other coins. I'm just here to promote you being open to other coins. I don't think that it's some of these coins I would never tell you to go buy. But yeah, if you want to buy some Ethereum Classic, go for it. But no, I don't think Bitcoin will ever go to $5. Yeah, it probably won't, honestly. I would say probably Bitcoin's honestly likely has found its bottom. I really don't think these prices are down that much. I mean, we went from 60K to 16K. I mean, I know that's, to most investors, that's a lot. Like if like a normal Wall Street investor, or like somebody that invests their money at like a wealth management licensed custodial company, or subsidiary like company of like a private organization, or whatever they do to invest their money, they would look at this and like run. They'd be like, oh my god, 60K to 10 or 16K. But the thing is like for crypto and for Bitcoin movements, this is not really anything. I mean, we've done way more volatile stuff in the past, and I always tell people to go to 99bitcoins.com, search it from Google. It's an easier way to get there. Their historical price graph, and I mean, Bitcoin has done crazy stuff. I mean, this is not nothing. Like it's really nothing. I mean, I don't really want to pull it up, but I mean, we don't need to pull it up. There's no point. Because I can talk about it and give you the history here. Because before this area here, I mean, we had done major run-ups. We had done under a penny, $10. We had gone back down to $2, then to $35. We went all the way down to like, I don't know, $12. Then we went up to $1,000. Then we went up to $100, then to $1,000, and then we went to $3,000 and $20,000. I mean, so for Bitcoin, what I'm saying is for Bitcoin and crypto prices, like just because mainstream America and Wall Street's like scared of this, like they're not scared of it, but they're putting this down and stuff, like it doesn't matter, because for crypto this is like nothing. This is like, it's like, okay, 60K one day, okay, 16K the other. This isn't really a big big drop. And a lot of the altcoin positions, like me and other people that have been holding these positions, we've taken even more of a hit. Litecoin, not really ETH, but like Bitcoin Cash, BSV, Cardano. I mean, some of these people that bought Cardano got screwed. I mean, they bought it way too high. EOS, like some of these haven't really, they've gone down worse than Bitcoin Core. Dash too. So like, in my personal opinion, we've taken more of a hit than people from Core, or more than Core has. We're probably, I mean, I'm not really down or up on any of my positions now. Now I'm like, I'm getting comfy, guys. Like I'm like, okay, all right. You know, let's stay down here for a minute. I mean, this is like on sale, big time. I mean, just a year ago, we had all these coins. We were like, some of them 10x plus, and like you said, Jay, which was a good point, by the way. A lot of these coins are gonna pump big time. A lot of them already have, like some of these little soccer tokens. Look at this, 5 to 10 right there, 100% gain right there. It's all the way back down. So look at it at 6 months. It's up too. It's from $2. This coin's up 400+%, even lower. It's up 900% from May. It's up it's up like 700-800% right now. The other day, actually today. That's how fast this stuff moves. But I mean, this was over since May, but it's like up 700-800%. So yeah, look at the year though, it's down. So this is insane. I mean, these price movements. From somebody that studies finance, these would be insane. To people like us in crypto, this is nothing like seriously crazy. I mean, like this token right here, Santos FC fan token, some like bogus ass crypto like token that's on Binance, but it's on a lot of places and it's doing a lot of volume. I mean, it's on Gate.io, it's on DigiFinex. I mean, these are big exchanges. Poloniex, and is doing mad volume on Binance right now, almost 12 million alone on this coin, and this coin for the last 6 months up probably too. Yeah, it's up. So look at it at the year. Yeah, so some of these coins are just mind-boggling, I think was the word I heard people say. How's your real estate life? Yeah, not bad, man. I'm getting a lot of action. I got a house for sale up in Diamond Bar, which I don't know if you're familiar with that area, but it's a pretty good area. It's the lowest price home. Actually, it was the lowest price home up till the other day, but it's still the best price home in my opinion. So yeah, guys, if you're looking for any real estate stuff, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Very active in the real estate market here, and just let me know. Yeah, BCH is my favorite too, man. My coworker gives me a strange frown when I bring up Bitcoin Cash. Then your friend's an idiot, man. Get a new friend. What do you mean? You elaborate on that. Chad, you think Coinbase will ever go bad? I think Coinbase holds their money on a offline cold wallet that's like insured and all that stuff, and they have like a certain amount that they have on there to trade or whatnot, that they're probably licensed and bonded and insured to hold. So I'd say Coinbase is pretty safe from getting hacked with the amount they have on there. Yes, but they could sustain the hack because they have like enough reserves, and the way I'm pretty sure that Coinbase is they keep most of their, like I would say most of all the actual value on offline. They don't probably keep it on like the Coinbase platform that you see, thinking that that's the exchange. They probably just have a little bit of liquidity on there. I mean, it's a lot of liquidity, but they don't hold the majority of it on there. But yeah, if your friend gives you a strange face, let's try to approach this a good way. Let's not be too mean. But if your friend says, you just got to be real with them. You got to say, well, hey, bro, if I'm assuming that since he doesn't like Bitcoin Cash or frowns about it, as you say, frowns, so he probably doesn't like it or makes a face or rolls his eyes or whatever he does. If he's into Bitcoin, which he probably is, everybody's into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin Core, BTC. So you say, hey man, well, if you own your Bitcoin, then you know how big of an issue it is when we weren't able to use it anymore. So you shouldn't worry about it because you have all your forked coins. It was such a small amount, you probably saved them, right? So yeah, I mean, just tell him that. Even if he traded it for 0.2, then if he asks, just say, hey, well, what did you cash your Bitcoin Cash at for? What did you think it was worth? Because it went up to 0.2. Ask him when he sold his Bitcoin Cash after the fork. He'll probably look at you and be like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. And you'd be like, yeah, bro, just don't roll your eyes and listen to what I'm saying here. It might be doing you a favor. And then you tell him about it. If he doesn't want to hear it, then tell him he's a fucking loser. Chad, do you think Coinbase will ever go bad? No, Chad, when you make it out, which neighborhood do you see yourself? I don't know if you mean by making it out. I'm never going to make it out of crypto, but I think I know what you mean. I think you were just meaning when I make it. Maybe that is what you said, actually. When you make it. Yeah, make it out. Which neighborhood you going to live in? I don't know, man. I have to think about that. I like San Diego a lot. I do like San Diego, like San Diego County, not necessarily like downtown San Diego. But I do like San Diego County. I do like the larger lot sizes down there. So maybe San Diego County. I'm gonna try. Dude, don't live in Palos Verdes. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, maybe I didn't see the part that you're thinking of, but I live in Irvine too, man. So yeah, I think I've told you that before. I live in Irvine. I do like Irvine, but I don't know if I'd own in Irvine, bro. There's extra taxes out here. It's a ~ʟrights tax. They put it on the property that's like all new, where they bring in the infrastructure, water, power, that kind of thing. So I don't think I would live out here if I owned. I don't think I would buy in Irvine. It's a great place to rent, though. I would rent out here. Super safe, nice area, clean, always doing high taxes, so they keep it clean. But I wouldn't buy in Irvine unless you really want to be here for some specific reason. Unless you get over to like Turtle Rock or some of those areas near UCI, or just areas of Irvine that don't have a ~ʟrights tax. So it's a lot of Irvine does. That's where I'm going with that. But yeah, you could be in Irvine. It is a good area. Probably if I make it out and make it like you say, probably a little bit somewhere a little closer to the water than Irvine, honestly. I feel like Irvine is great, bro. I don't want you to think I don't love living in Irvine, because I do love living in Irvine. I don't want to give you the wrong idea, but I like, if you go into Irvine from the backside, like on the 133 into like Laguna Hills, I think that's just as cool of an area. And I think you get a lot more for your money, bro. You're getting like a way bigger lot. You're still in Irvine. I mean, you're within like 5-10 minutes from the spectrum. You're like really close. So around that area near like around Laguna, in between like Irvine and Laguna Beach, that seems to be a pretty cool area for the kind of houses I like. I like just a ranch style house, just very plain, very small, very modest. I'm not looking for some rich like canyon house carved in the side of Laguna Beach. That's just not what I want. But yeah, probably we need a 420 shop and accept BCH smoking on that. I think it'd be great to have a 420 shop out here and only accept Bitcoin Cash. It's like you have to onboard if you want to come in. Like, hey, come in. Hey, we don't accept cash. We only accept Bitcoin Cash. What the fuck do you mean you don't accept cash? Here, bro, scan this QR code. Within 2 minutes, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Sure, they have a debit card. Modern team for marijuana pizza. That's a good question. I don't know if any outlet where you can immediately buy crypto. It's like all KYC now. It's really, really bad. That's what I mean about the whole censorship thing, guys. It might be... I'm not saying peer-to-peer cash for the whole world isn't coming. It will inevitably come, but so will the censorship. So will the battle. So get ready, put your helmets on, and stop being a fucking pussy. When you need 420 shop. Chad, you know that new modern term for marijuana, Zaza? I'm not going to be smoking any Zaza, bro. I don't know what you're talking about here. Chad, are you going to be on Forbes? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I'd want to go through the hassle, bro, honestly. Chad, are you Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. I've had friends. I have friends. I just, when you get older, bro, you don't talk to your friends as much. that are Jewish. So yeah. Korean Boy Jay, thanks for lighting up the chat, brother. Looks like there's a couple people in here, but great carbonated water, guys. I know I try to sell this on to you guys every time I'm on here, but best freaking carbonated water on the planet. Topo Chico. So carbonated. Guys, I'm live on Bitcoin Cash. I'm gonna take a quick little break here. And got my QR code in the top right if you want to send me a micro payment. But no, I don't think Bitcoin is going to BTC Core. I guess your friend's talking about it. I don't think it's going to 10 or 10K. But who cares if it does, right? As long as Bitcoin Cash didn't go down with it, I don't think there's anything you got to be concerned about. Maybe Bitcoin does have to go down to 10K to let Bitcoin Cash go up to 0.2 Bitcoin and then let us rally from there. Who knows? You don't take Ethereum Classic? No, I do. I would specifically put my address on if somebody wanted to send me Ethereum Classic. I think I have accepted other currencies here. I sent Bitcoin Jason a Zcash payment. He had a Zcash payment, and I think he sent some back, and then he kept some. That kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I can accept tons of different stuff, guys. I can accept any donations here. Just let me know. I'm all about taking people's money if they want to send it to that little QR code, because really the idea really isn't sending me the money, guys. That's not the whole point of this. When you scan that QR code in the top right, you can send me less than a penny, which is just truly remarkable. You can be anywhere in the world with an internet connection, and you can say, I want to send this guy a micro payment. I don't want to go get my debit card and load it onto YouTube and click the button and then send him send it in the chat. I just want to just discreetly send him some money of any amount. It doesn't have to be freaking $100,000 or $10,000, $10 or 10 cents. It can be so small where you send that payment anywhere in the world to show that this channel has value. And I'll get it in a split second. I'll get it in less than 2 seconds from the moment you hitting your finger on the button. And it excites me to know that I got a payment. It's not really so much the amount. So super easy to do, guys. I do recommend using the payment system. It's it's a great payment system. It's truly remarkable the way it works. The fact that you can just send these micro payments and what that means for commerce, what that means for retail, what that means for just mom and pop stores, what that means for platforms that can build out lending services that are legitimate, not these scam NFT crap that has been kind of the highlight of the last year and a half. It's kind of died down a lot, I feel like. I don't feel like anybody's talking about NFTs anymore. I don't know, maybe they are. I don't care, but yeah, I think the whole NFT thing is a joke, honestly. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, I can buy the online. I get the idea of it, and I can see where there's tons of money for it to be moved into crypto that way. But is it really something that excites you as much as payments? It doesn't for me. Where's your Ethereum card? I mean, bro, if you really want me to send it, I can. Chad, do you think you're gonna have kids? I don't know, man. I'm not really worried about kids, honestly. I'm not one of those people that has to have kids. Honestly, if it happens, it happens. Probably, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that crosses your mind, but it's also one of those things that you gotta really say, is this what I want to be doing? Is this what I want to do? Is this for me? Is this my calling? I don't know. I don't think you have to know. Sometimes if you have kids, you just have them. It's not like you plan to have them. Some people do plan to have them. I think if you want to have kids, you can. I don't think there's some people. I'm not one of those people that like constantly thinking about kids. Honestly, if I see like a little kid, You know, if I see a little kid with a family or something walking around, I'll be like, oh, that's nice. So here's my Ethereum Classic QR code. I don't know if you see that, Jay. That's for you, my man. Feel free. I'm gonna hold it up here for a few seconds, but scan your wallet, your big wallet, little wallet, any wallet. I think you can send a small ass payment. So there's my Ethereum Classic, guys. Go ahead and send it up. But yeah, I think if you want to have kids, bro, you should. You know, I don't think anything should stop you from having kids if that's what you want. Some people really, really like kids, man. I like kids, but I don't know if I like. I don't know if I want kids, man. Honestly, I don't know. So there you go, Jay. Hopefully, I'll get a little micro payment from you. I don't know if Ethereum Classic's going to be that friendly on the micro payments. Thanks for whoever sent the payment. I see that they, you know, it's just so cool. You can even go smaller. Some wallets only let you send like a penny, I think. I don't know why. But thanks for the generous payment here. I think at the end of the day, guys, it's not the amount that counts. It's the idea that you went through and you actually sent me a payment. It's so convenient to use. Read somewhere you need like 200K for a child, 1 to 20. Yeah, that's why South Korea's not having a lot of kids. They when daddy chat, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll be a daddy. Chatty doesn't want to pay child support. It's a whole nother box of worms, man. It's a whole nother box of worms, bro. Yeah, I think kids tend to have, or women tend to have the want and the need for kids a lot more than men do. I think in general, I think that would just be, I'm not the normal person, honestly. But I would say that there might be a correlation with women usually wanting kids compared to men. You know, a lot of men want kids too, but you know, I don't know, man. When daddy chatty, I don't want to think about paying child support, bro. I don't even want to think about changing diapers, honestly. To be honest with you, it is what it is, my man. If you have a kid, you gotta have your kid, bro. You know, it's not something a lot of people can control. Some people just have kids, and you know, you got your kid. You gotta do your thing with your kid, and I think if you want kids, yeah, you should have kids, bro. I fully support you if that's what you want to do with your life. So guys, we are live. HJ's thinking about having kids, I think he wants to know if I'm having kids, but I think he's really thinking if he's gonna have kids. I don't want kids too, Chad. I just need one more Bitcoin Cash at the end of the day. Yeah, bro, if you can get a Bitcoin Cash a day, I mean, do you realize how many that would be a year? It would be quite a bit, Jay. So it'd be quite a fortune if you could get one a day. But unfortunately, the prices, I don't think are gonna stay where they're at for a long period of time. I mean, we're looking at $100 on Bitcoin Cash. It's not really feasible for it to stay in that position very long. I know it's been kind of the thing for the last couple months, but you could theoretically buy a Bitcoin Cash a day, bro. My gosh, you're balling, bro. Like, you're really, really balling right now. Because that price is very attractive at 105. I mean, it's very good. I mean, if you can buy one every day, I mean, that's a lot, bro. It's 30 a month. You know, 30 Bitcoin Cash a month. Can you imagine? People did in the past, man. When was the last time you bought Bitcoin? Oh, bro, it's been a while since I bought Bitcoin Core. It's been over a year, I can say that. It's been over a year since I bought Bitcoin Core. The last time I did it on a trade was just to open the account up to what my gain was comparatively to my other coins at the time, which I do that time to time. Guys, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll be back in a minute. Guys, if you're live, let me know. HJ's lighting up the chat. Thank God we got something to talk about in here other than hear me ramble. But nonetheless, guys, I do have that QR code in the top right. You know, feel free to support the channel with Bitcoin Cash rather than giving your money to YouTube. A lot of times when people get those YouTube, you know, YouTube's got to make money too, but you know, in these decentralized applications, money works a little bit different. You don't have to necessarily do all those extra steps, and so many people get paid before you open up the door for exchange. It can happen on a micro payment level, which is just so cool. So much stuff can be done with that in itself. But yeah, it's been about a year, Jay, since I bought Bitcoin Core. It's been like probably a year. I would say that's an honest estimate. So guys, we're live on Bitcoin Cash. Bringing the channel here tonight. Hope you're enjoying the music. In the chat as well. HJ's leading the chat. Take a quick little break here and come back. But yeah, our price is good right now. I mean, we've been at the same price. A little bit of time here, so hang out on the 6 month. I'll be back. Hopefully, some of y'all stick around. You think Binance is going to collapse? Let's talk about that, Jay. That's it's a conversation worth discussing at the present moment. Guys, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Even if you're catching us on the rerun, glad you're here. Oh, man. You think Binance is going to collapse? I think that's where we're going with that. Yeah, so Binance is gonna collapse. That's a tough question, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like to think so. I think CZ has that under control. That's my honest opinion. I really think CZ has that under control. I really think CZ has that under control, and I want to be very clear on that. And maybe I'm not a good judge of character. If that goes the wrong way, and in Binance, I don't want to talk about that because I don't think that it will. I think that it's very in line with everything with crypto, in terms of the way that they approach regulation and all that is a totally separate thing. But I don't like to think that that exchange is going to go collapse. No, I don't. I think Binance is a very stable exchange. Maybe one of the only ones left at this point. Coinbase seems to be pretty good. There seems to be a couple good exchanges. Like I said, there's others. OKEx, even Bit4X. Some of these are not bad exchanges, honestly. They've been around for quite a while. Upbit, a really popular Korean exchange, and they do have purpose. So I don't think, I don't think Binance is going to collapse. Crypto.com, well, I rode the first Crypto.com collapse. So I rode the first Crypto.com collapse. And I'm taking you guys through that story over and over again. I mean, where do I start? You know, where does this story start? Well, I can tell you where it starts. Down here, for me, I think we were about 60 cents. No, I always do this. I always try to, because it looks way more up now, but I think I was a little over $1, under $2, like $1.60. Yeah, that sounds about right. August, yeah. So right before, pretty much when altcoins had already gone up, basically. Because all the altcoins went up back like a year ago against Core, which is ironic. So I think that could happen again soon. But yeah, this is Crypto.com Monaco token, as you see. But as you see, coincidentally, CRO is a separate token. It's ranked 85. This is ranked 1100. So this was Monaco. This was Monaco before Crypto.com. If that makes sense. If you don't understand that, then just ask. I can be more clear about it. But for anybody in crypto that knows how these things work, this was Monaco. This was MCO token. It still exists, actually, just not trading anywhere, but OKEx, it looks like. I don't know if they supported the swap. I'm not sure exactly what happened with this, but it looks like it's still on OKEx. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It doesn't matter. It looks like Binance, it's nothing. 81 cents, which I would like to see what Crypto.com is trading at. So a lot lower. So yeah, no correlation there at all. But definitely not the same coin, as you see. Same emblem, same thing, but much different coin. I mean, this coin was December 2018, and surprisingly, it's like not far off from that, from where it's fallen. I mean, it's not down that far. It's still a 5x up from there, but Binance first, crypto. I don't think Coinbase, Crypto.com, I don't think they're going anywhere either. I think they have enough reserves, but you know, they gotta be tricky, because I think what these exchanges do is you know, they're trying to build these these pricing visuals onto a graph. where they want it to go. They want these visuals to have the effect on the consumer. And, I mean, that's what they're in favor for. I'm not saying that that's what they're doing. They may or may not be doing that at any given point. I don't know. I'm just saying that they want to have the visual appearance of this kind of bullish run, from like under a penny to 80 cents, which is just insane. I think it even hit $1, right? Maybe not. Maybe it came close to it, but these are insane gains. I mean, these are, and then all the way down to under, we're at 6 cents now. So crazy. Crazy. So yeah, it's these kind of price visuals they want. These are the kind of visuals that they want to see happen. It's good for business for them. That's where they get their money off the fee. But a lot of them are getting them just by walking off with people's money, which I don't know if anybody's keeping up with the FTX thing. I'm not too interested in it, honestly. There's been so many scams with exchanges. Like I said, I think the rule at the end of the day is like, let's just not use the exchanges for now, especially if they're other than like Binance or newer exchanges. Like if you haven't found a reputable exchange, I recommend Binance right now. Coinbase seems to be okay. Binance is Binance.us is KYC. I'm not sure about Binance. I think Binance just worldwide is just normal. I don't think there's a KYC, hopefully. But like I said, guys, that censorship is real on every level. So it might have already reached that point with Binance.com. But a lot more traded on Binance.com than Binance.us for US people. I mean, I think there's other good exchanges you can use, Bittrex, some other ones. I would not use HitBTC. I would be my honest opinion. I don't think they're a good exchange. I've had money like literally hacked from there, and I wouldn't recommend it. Even the trading platform and just to get your money on and off it, it's just it's not in your favor. So I would use ones that usually are operating. Qcoin, OKEx, Upbit, those are all good depending on where you're at in the world. If you're in Korea, I know people are using Upbit. It's like, I think it's like I don't want to say first or second, but I think it is. I think it's one of the main ones. I know it was in 2017. They might have other ones now. But yeah, Bittrex is good if you're in the US. They were actually based out of Vegas. I don't know where they're at now, but a couple of years ago they were out of Vegas. Or at least that's where their office was. Which was ironic because that's the gambling capital of the world, at least for here. So yeah, Viva Las Vegas, Bittrex. But yeah, all this stuff's interconnected, guys. This company I think was out of Hong Kong for a while. Like I said, two different tokens. Two different tokens here. You got Crypto.com, which is like the one now, and then you got Monaco, which is like the new and improved token, or like the token of the Monaco market or whatever. So it's a bunch of garbage in my opinion. It's just an exchange token now, and inevitably, if that's what it was with this coin, Monaco, then I would be surprised. What does it take me to Crypto.com? Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. It takes me right to where it wants me to be censored, Crypto.com. Isn't that ironic? So yeah, guys, this was Monaco. This was to give you a history of Monaco company, private company. They basically were going to develop a Visa card. So their big thing was the Visa card coming out, but when they launched the Visa card, it was a coming soon. So the whole thing was probably planned, honestly, just a pump and dump scheme. But depending on where you came out in that cycle, it might have been easy to read or spot. But again, we're talking 2017, so that's been quite a while from where we're at now. But these are just some scams that are around now. Now Crypto.com is like the biggest the biggest, like at least one of the biggest known names here in the United States is Crypto.com, which nobody even knows about Monaco. They have no freaking idea. They have no freaking idea about Monaco. None. And I'm not saying that's bad. That is bad. They need to know. They need to know Crypto.com is this scam coin. It was a scam coin. It's all it was a pump and dump. It literally pumped here, went down. This didn't exist. But if you held on their, on their promise, it would have delivered. But this was really the drop. I think this was the airdrop for Crypto.com or some shit. I don't remember. This was a crazy moment. Because as you see, crypto, when you sell, bye-bye. There goes your gains. No indication other than the market pumping that this happened. This was a successful exit for this company right here from Monaco token. This was the last bit. OKEX probably dumped a bunch right here. $43. I don't know what happened here, but I can tell you it was nothing worth that. That's insane. That's just a market pump right there with the rest of the market. No rhyme or reason for that at all. In the course of a month, it goes from literally $3 all the way up to $40, $2 at one point to $40 just right before. So just insane stuff like that, guys. If you're watching the chat, thanks for coming down. Thanks for lighting up the chat, Jay. Oh, I didn't know a lot of people use Binance here, honestly. A lot of people I knew at my last job, they all used FTX, which was very surprising. When I saw that FTX thing, like they're going bankrupt, I was thinking in my head, like, fuck, I remember seeing people with, FTX wallets at my job. It's just crazy. I mean, it's crazy, bro, to just lose your crypto like that. Where do you buy your ETC? So I'm exposed to ETC. I told you I bought a stock that follows ETC actually. So I don't have Ethereum Classic. Like, I mean, I have Ethereum Classic, but most of my holding is in that. I just wanted to see how it did, dude, compared to the how it would do compared to the rest of the market. The rest of the crypto market. And it's a good way to expose yourself kind of on a different level other than just crypto. So yeah, I know most people around me use Coinbase. I don't know if that made sense, Jay. If it doesn't, let me know. I can explain to you the grayscale thing. I think you were here for that rant at one point or another. But let me know if not. I'll definitely explain it to you. The grayscale holding trust for crypto, totally just normal over-the-counter stock. Let me know, man. I want to make sure, since you're the only one talking, this is thorough. That's the point of this channel, honestly. Bro, if you wake up one day, BCH pump will be super quick. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're seeing right here. I mean, on Crypto.com. So, honestly, like, in my personal opinion, if a bunch of people dump Bitcoin Cash, this pump would happen. I think a lot of the reason we haven't got a massive pump like this is because nobody's selling. Everybody's just holding on to it. Comparatively to the market that's spending it and exchanges that are spending it or whatnot or trading it back and forth, a lot of people are holding it. So I think that's why Bitcoin Cash hasn't experienced one of these massive pumps. And that really doesn't make any sense if you really think about what I just said. Like, I want to be clear, that literally makes no sense. Nobody sold it, nobody bought it. So what do you mean it would go up? So it's exactly what I said. If nobody sold it and nobody buys it and exchanges aren't buying it, it's not going to go up. People need to dump a lot of it for it to make this huge jump. And I don't think that's going to happen right now with the amount of people that are essentially dumping it or spending it. But it's the same thing. Spending it, dumping it. It's why I'm holding up my fingers like this. It's the same thing. So the dumping has to happen. The emptying of the bags has to happen for this massive run up. Now, there also comes a point in time too that's interesting that I'd like to say. Not only do we have the same grayscale stock holding over the counter, it doesn't have a lot of volume, and neither is the Ethereum Classic one. from what I saw. But both of them have that. So there's outside sources buying this stuff, shorting it, whatever, in that market. And since there's not a lot of volume on it, those bags are just holding as well. Maybe for good reason. So there might get a point in time, in my opinion, Jay, honestly, where the transaction use of Bitcoin Cash, the network itself, becomes big enough where it can't suppress those prices that have been, like I said, I don't know how far the censorship goes, dude. Honestly, I don't. There could be people in the Bitcoin community like highly suppressing the Bitcoin Cash price. That's very easy to do, because if they don't want to, yeah, some of the holdings that people got it since the fork, yeah, they immediately sold it. They got their fork coins, they sold them immediately on the market. And Bitcoin Cash price dumped, right, for all the way down to, $84 or $79 in 2018 after the BSV fork. So, I don't know where the dumping happened of that coin, but it also makes sense too, if the exchanges or people are getting massive bags of Bitcoin Cash, they can also use those coins to make the price go down over time and control the market, especially if they're a massive bag holder. They can just dump it at points of time, make it go down, make it go up. I don't really know exactly how it moves. Like I said, it seems to move on a polar opposite of what you would assume, like given the price movements. When people come in, people come out, these random pumps on coins like Monaco. This is not crypto.com. This is not the same coin. I want everybody to realize that. This is a different coin. This is not the same coin. I don't care if it followed crypto.com's graph from here, all right, with just the exchange on OKEX. This is not crypto.com. I want to be clear on that. It's a big issue. This is Monaco. Different. It's the same company, but it was a different, like this company, like a lot of people lost money on this coin. I'm telling you. I know a lot of people that were talking about it. It was a lot of people. It wasn't just me getting sour about it. A lot of people lost money on this coin. I remember quite a few people talking about it on the online community about it. And this was when crypto was different, guys. I want you to understand this. This was when like Bittrex and like people just were getting into crypto, buying their first little bit of crypto. And this bag was like, boom, killed you. And then you had to lock up your tokens, your Monaco tokens for a while. That was a big thing. And the whole thing, I don't support this company now after this. It was just real freaking, just lame. We could have supported the community in a different way other than just the pump and dumps. That's all this company is a pump and dump. Bro, I miss it. Imagine stacking your coins for years and missing out on the spike up. Imagine stacking your coins for years. Are you mocking me, Jay? Because that's happened to me. Imagine stacking your coin for years and missing out on the spike. That's happened to me, bro. That happened to me on Doge. So, the Doge coin always wins. I have the meme on the top of my channel for a reason. The Doge coin always wins. Crypto always wins, guys. I want everybody to realize that. Crypto always wins, even for big bag holders, even for the people in the hierarchy of the crypto community, the bigger bag holders. Crypto still always wins. Nobody controls it, not even the exchanges. It always wins. But yeah, so I bought my Doge like way down here, way the freak down here, and yeah, so bought it here, sold it probably right here at 2 cents. And what do you know? That was too early because it went way higher. It went up to, where'd it go? Yeah, 7 cents. And then it went to 70 cents. And it said bye-bye to me. It didn't need my permission to go that high. So it just went up really fast and still has not came down to where I sold it at. Probably won't ever go to where I sold it at, honestly. Quite honestly, bro, if you want my honest opinion, I don't think it will. What's up, Dino Ponds? Welcome back. I'm down bad on BCH. Yeah, bro, don't think of it as you're down, bro. Like, that's the worst thing to do, because if you get fixated on all the negative stuff, it's not gonna help you in the long run, because it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, bro, it's not gonna matter. If I can tell you one thing, listen to this. It's not gonna matter where you bought. If Bitcoin goes to 20,000, you're not gonna be mad that you bought it at $400, $100, $1,000, or if you've been holding it since $3,500 since the fork. You got to see it like that, brother. That's the whole way how this works. So if Bitcoin Cash goes to 20K, Bitcoin Core could go to 100K. But what there could be is there could be a point where it switches, bro, and the hash power switches to Bitcoin Cash, and that's when Bitcoin Cash could go up to 100 grand. I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds crazy, but it's November 19th, 2022. At some point in time, that could be a thing, and people don't realize that. People don't realize that. I see what they see. The point of people could just buy more Bitcoin Cash and the price could go up, but that many people would have to change their view on Bitcoin and go over to Bitcoin Cash. But it's so much more than that, bro. The way the tokenomics, the economics work on these coins is much, much more complex than just that simple notion and more people buy it, the price goes up. There's also that and an incredible amount of pressure from outside sources suppressing this, and the fact that miners can just switch over to start mining Bitcoin Cash, and if the hash power increases, like we could see a parabolic movement that could be much greater than just the 0.2 achieved at the fork price, where it rallied to like 3,500, and Bitcoin Gold went way up, and Bitcoin Diamond went way up, and they were all competing. There was really not a competition in those coins, but like for price points, like where the market was at, it was like, okay, there was literally Bitcoin Cash. There was also Bitcoin Gold, though. There was also SegWit, which was a token that's no longer even listed. And that was a token that was traded on HitBTC. So SegWit 2X, and you can't even see it anymore. So they had like, it was like a pre-token. They did the same thing with Tezos on HitBTC, and I think the other couple other exchanges supported it as well. Maybe not. Maybe it was just HitBTC, but nonetheless, it was this graph right here. This was the pre-token for Tezos. So Tezos really wasn't even trading. There was a whole debacle about like the token not getting launched on time. Like the blockchain never launched, even though they like raised all this money. The blockchain wasn't live. Like after the date they said it was going to go live, it was just still in test mode, which meant no mode for the general public to get their tokens. So they got a big lawsuit. This was the biggest ICO ever raised, I think, to this day. I don't think there's been another ICO that's been quite like Tezos, honestly. Correct me if I'm wrong, drop it in the chat, but I don't think there's been a bigger ICO still to this day. But nobody could get their money out, so it didn't really matter. But like I said, that recovered quite nicely, even since the actually, never mind. Maybe I'm looking at this I'm looking at this on Bitcoin Core. My bad. Yeah, that makes more sense now. I was like, what the heck? Because I know Tezos' movements over the last couple, so it still recovered okay against the dollar, which, let's just wipe that out. That doesn't even exist, so it's still been performing pretty decently. Even though it's down now to like $1, that's still pretty good, in my opinion. Because these movements, these troughs and these highs and these lows, they're really big. They're not like, small areas. They're like one big jump, one big jump, one big jump. But you get to a level where the jump just outseeds any of this movement where it doesn't even make sense. Like, you're not going to be able to get, like, if you sell your Bitcoin Cash at 10 grand, you might not ever get it at 10 grand. You might not ever be able to, you don't need to, even when Bitcoin Cash does the, Jeremy says it quite nicely on his channel, the flippening on the Bitcoin Cash live channel. He calls it like the flippening of Bitcoin Core, and he's referring to Bitcoin Cash flipping core, meaning above 0.2. Basically, I think it went higher. I think it went to like 0.27 on some exchanges, like Qcoin or something. I remember it was trading absurd amounts. And some of those other exchanges that are usually in Korea, they usually like pump those coins like even higher, which is insane. Like coins that like are pumping over here at 30% up, they're like 130% up. I saw Bitcoin Diamond, I think, go on Qcoin, and it was like 1,000% up in a couple days. So the Korean exchanges, Jay, you know, it's a thing, brother. They've been they price the coins really high on their exchanges, and they pump the prices up pretty high. So I know you're in the Southern California area, but you know, can we pump Bitcoin Cash, Jay? Is it possible? Yes. Is the price coming? Yes. All those things are yes. So, I mean, 20K, 100K, they're both possible, bro. I want you to know that. Like, it's not just because I have Bitcoin Cash and I'm like, oh yeah, I want it to go to 100 grand. Yeah, like obsessing over it. No, it's like, take it easy. Price will come. The idea though, it's gonna get hard, bro, because once merchants, here's the thing, bro. The suppression on the price, once merchant adoption reaches enough transactions to do that, to break that threshold of like, and like I said, bro, it could go deep. It could go deep censorship, like where Bitcoin Cash is already getting harmed by the censorship. I mean, like big Bitcoin holders just suppressing, like algorithmically, like they're not sitting behind a computer selling Bitcoin Cash. They're like slowly dumping over time. Like, and it's just killing the fucking price. Not to mention the grayscale, like I said, those are big just sitting holdings. Most of that stuff's just sitting. There's not a lot of volume on it. And on top of that, you know, you have all this other stuff going on. You got merchant adoption in freaking Australia. You got merchant adoption down in St. Kitts. You got merchant adoption in Latin America. Ryan's doing some stuff in Florida, but I don't think in Florida it's taken off the same, because here it's more like a mainstream thing. There they don't have payment processors, you know, giving them super discounts with corporate chains, putting it in every single gas station across the United States or Costco or any of that stuff. So it's a little bit more competitive here to get people to accept it. The challenge really isn't there. It's all coming. That's all going to be built out, and it's not to worry. If the United States is the last place to catch on, well, you know, too bad for them. They waited, and that'll probably be pretty crappy for the U.S. They'll probably lose a lot of power. And I think, honestly, even though China has tried to like ban the mining and ban the Bitcoin there, notice that ʍ and the whole infrastructure comes out of China. All the miners come out of China. And I don't mean like the people mining it. I'm talking about the equipment. So all that China stuff that's not into Bitcoin, that's a load of garbage too. China's into Bitcoin. They've been into Bitcoin. They have a ton of Bitcoin, and they're not worried about the U.S. or any of these other countries arguing about crypto. They have plenty of it. They have plenty of power in the crypto market. So squashing all that stuff, you basically have a peer-to-peer payment system, right? That's what Bitcoin Cash is. You have Bitcoin SV, which is a ridiculously scaled platform that has such low fees where it doesn't, I mean, it's like, so the fees are so cheap, you don't even need, it was 16% cheaper to mine, or more profitable to mine on Bitcoin SV recently than it was Bitcoin Core. And the fees are so cheap, it doesn't make sense even as a payment system. I mean, yeah, you can use it as a payment system. It works absolutely fine and perfect for any wallet that's working on it. But the idea there is scale. Then you have Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Diamond and all these other projects doing stuff. So where the market is and where the price raises dramatically is not in just that little different part of utility world, right? Like utility, growing this huge transaction base out, like where there's no limit to it. Then you have, okay, payments. You have a network of payments. Then you have a network of smart contracts. You see where I'm going here with all this stuff? It all kind of makes sense to what's going on in crypto, and it's not pulling one little thing out of it like, oh, you can pay in St. Kitts with it. It's like, no, you're gonna be able to pay at like Costco with it. You're gonna be able to pay, have option at the gas station or the electric car charging place or whatever restaurant. You're gonna have the option to just tap your phone with it, because there's gonna be systems on here that already exist, by the way. They're just not formatted the correct way. Once they become formatted in the correct way, where you can spend it in real time without it affecting, anything going on with a click of a button, you can just swipe it, boom, it's done. You can do that now, but the steps to get to do it would have been done back when PayPal and Microsoft were trying to get to do it years ago. Back when Bitcoin was a new thing, an up and coming thing. They hopped on the Bitcoin train at that point. After that, they closed it down. They don't want any part of it. It's bad Bitcoin, bad for everything, this, that, and the other. Doesn't make any sense, guys. It's been a viable payment system since like 2010, 2011. I mean, seriously. When it was first mined, I get it, okay? It works. It's just the same system. It works perfectly. But it's, I would say by 2010, 2011, it had already, proved itself as a viable payment system. Jay, I just clicked on your name, bro. I hope I didn't block you or anything. I kind of clicked it real quick and didn't see what I hit. But hope you're still able to just talk, man. Still learning this YouTube thing, guys. Looks like okay, you're good. I clicked on the name. It's like I can ban people. Start banning everybody. It's only 2 people. Dino Ponds, what's up, brother? I think I already said, hey, man, are you still here? You think do you think ETH can switch hash? Well, it's already. You think ETH? So Ethereum Classic, yes, which is the true Ethereum, by the way. It's already flipped hash power on Ethereum, because Ethereum ETH is no longer proof of work. Ethereum, Metallic's Ethereum is proof of stake now. So Ethereum Classic is not. It is mineable. You have to mine it with computers. You have to solve an algorithm to get a block reward. It's mineable. There's transactions. There's gas fees on the network. There has to be a processor to mine the block. There has to be power involved. The different complexities on how Ethereum generates profit from a miner standpoint, I don't want to be specific on that, guys. It might be a block reward at a certain block height. It might be gas fees. It might be utility. It might be different stuff if you build out an ERC20 token. All that stuff's already there. It's already built in. But hash power, dude, that's where the hash power existed, was on ETH. They have a lot of equipment, dude, and as the price rises, that's the part I can't guarantee. If the price rises, the hash power is going to rise too, because it'll make sense to mine Ethereum Classic, and they're going to turn on those miners. They will get turned on. Whatever warehouse they're sitting at, Granny's house, any of that stuff, once it becomes, once that price starts going up, you can bet your ass the mining, I think, is going to go up too on it. So, that's probably what it's going to be, honestly. I would say, yeah. I think it's possible it could flip ETH. Yes, I do. I think it could go up to over 4,000. Yes. Yes. It's not just because I own it, and I want to be clear on that. There's other coins that I think are going to do that too, and I don't even own them. I was just talking about one, Tezos. What could Tezos go to? I don't know, $100. It's been at like 11 before on the pre-token sale. It only hit, I think, $5 or $7 here in the last rally in 2021. But yeah, Tezos, another example. I want to be clear, like, the coins I own or exposed to or whatever, what have you, those aren't the only coins that are going to go up massively. It's not the only coin that's going to go up in price. I want to be clear on that. Like, they're either all going to zero. We're all going to zero with this thing right here because we've been censored to the point where it doesn't even make sense for anybody now at this point. People are just going to start bailing. Or on the other side of that spectrum, the altcoins rally, and I'm talking Litecoin $1,000, yo. Okay, does that make sense? Is it Jay? I'm talking Solana recovering to like $600, and I know that's crazy, but these coins have collapsed. This is $13, bro. I know your friends bought this. Everybody new bought Solana. All the new people bought Solana. Not to dog on you if you made it to the channel, but you bought Solana. You bought Terra. You bought all these coins that were garbage. So it sucks that you lost your money. You're on FTX. You were on all these exchanges that debunked. But that's the thing is people come into this crypto thing, man, and they don't understand it. They're not willing to put in the time to learn it, and you lose your coin at the end of the day. You know, they're worried about losing their money, but you really lose your coin at the end of the day in this space. You don't really lose your money. As weird as that sounds, it does sound very strange that you wouldn't lose your money, but you lose your coin. But really, you lose your coin because you got to think about how long you've been here. Like, Jay, how long you been here, man? You've been here since 2018, 19, 20. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you jumped in right here at the rally. But depending on where you're at in this thing, will determine where you're going to go. But if you sold and you're out of here, don't expect to go far. I guarantee you that. Not at this point. Maybe a couple months ago, yeah, you could have figured out that position then, but now at this point, bro, like, if your positions aren't in place, like, especially on some of these lower volume altcoins, like, now is the time, brother. Like, if you're thinking about buying any of these other coins, like Dash, Monero, Zcash, like, right now is the time. Right now. Anybody ask a time on when to buy crypto? Here's one. Right now. Buy it right now. Go on here and buy whatever your banking account is. Buy it right now. Thank me later. Some people would say that's not a good thing to do. Why would I go spend my entire investment? Look at that. 216% up. It's at $7 now. That's why. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Can somebody tell me? Somebody on this channel tell me what's going on with SOM? What's going on with this coin on Binance? What's going on here? So strange. It's up 200% now, but it's up thousands of percents up. It's up over 1,000% now. In a day, like a day and a half. DWM, yeah, 27. What's good, brother? Or ma'am? I don't know. Tell us your name. Yeah, guys, this coin's up like 1,000% on Binance over the last day and a half. It's insane. Last day, 24 hour. Crazy, 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 crazy. This is craziness, guys. But I will honestly say, guys, the more that I stay in this community, the more I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I really like it. I think it's really fun and exciting to be part of, and you know, I couldn't be happier being in crypto, honestly. Like, I know the prices suck right now for most people. Most people lost money, but the goal is being reached. The milestones are happening, and things are getting, you know, built out and happening for real now. Like, they're not fake promises anymore. It's like really happening. Real people are out here. You know, Bitcoin Cash just had a conference, guys. I mean, that's pretty huge for the community. Roger Ver was there. Bitcoin Jason was there. Jeremy was there, and it was flagship for just a perfect audience. So I mean, once they start catching on, guys, the sky's the limit for this coin. I'm telling you, like, this coin will be one of the coins that is in everyday people's lives. This is Bitcoin. This is the idea behind it, all the qualities of it, and it makes sense. And if things that make sense maybe typically don't end to work out, but Maybe it's going to be eCash. I mean, I'm just joking here. I don't know. Maybe it is going to be eCash. I don't know. I don't know. It might be eCash. It might be freaking eCash. Seriously. When we go back to the eCash, there was an eCash, I think, in like 1995 or something like that. It was called like a electronic cash coin or something, or zero coin, or there was some coin that they built out on a blockchain back in 1995, before Bitcoin, before any of that stuff. So there has been other stuff, and maybe it'll be eCash. I'm just joking. I hope it's not eCash. That'll be like the ultimate irony. But yeah, I think it's I think your money's safe, guys. Here, a lot of these people learn the hard way. These prices have collapsed. I mean, really collapsed on some of these coins. I mean, I know for a fact the community was big, like the new community was big on a lot of these coins, and I know they got hit hard. I know they did. It's like, I'm talking like they probably have less than 10%, even if they held on everything, even if they held on every coin in their wallet. If they were in that new crowd of coins, they're at like probably, I would say 6 to 10% of their initial investment, depending on when they got in, obviously. But like, if they got in when most of them got in, like most people, man, they're wiped the freak out, man. They really are. They're wiped out, and hope it'll grow a stronger community out of it. That's all we can. That's all we can hope. Hope those people come back in, and hope they see the idea of this stuff. And sometimes you got to get burned, and you gotta like learn the hard way. And I think crypto is one of those things that you have to learn the hard way. Like, there's no other way to do it. If you want to try to do it your own little way and say, oh, I'm going to time the market and this, that, you'll never do it. You'll never time the market. If you do, congratulations, you timed the market. I mean, it's like, I envy you. But for most people, we're not going to time it. So there's no point in trying to chase this. With crypto, you sell, you chase. You're chasing 10 different things. Your money's just gone 10 different places. 12 different places, 100,000 or 1,000 places, or 10,000 places, however many coins there are places. I mean, it gets that deep, guys, because an exchange can just buy it and then put it into like 3 other coins, 100 other coins, 1,000 other coins on their exchange. So it's that interconnected. It makes sense. Why not? It doesn't make sense. Why not? That's how things happen. Randomly. That's how things happen. Jay, you asked me if you wanted to have a kid earlier. It randomly happens, my man. Sometimes people don't even plan to have a kid. I would say that's a large part of our population. So, nonetheless, man, it's all shits and giggles. At the end of the day, I think these coins are way undervalued. This coin, for one, Polymath Network, I've heard of this coin. Man, I've been seeing this coin for years. For years I've been seeing this damn coin. Look at this thing. So you want to see how a coin moves? This is it, my man. Check it out. So, yeah. So this thing started moving on Upbit. It started moving on Bbox, Gate.io, Uniswap. What's crazy about a lot of these ERC20 tokens and these Ethereum, tokens or whatnot, they're on these decentralized exchanges. They're on like Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, Uniswap. They're all on these decentralized exchanges, and there's nobody tracking the money. There's nobody validating any of the money, because if there's no volume on Uniswap and there is, that's the tricky part, is a lot of the exchanges are on it. So that's what I was saying with that. They can control a lot of it, but a lot they can't. It's not like I said, crypto always wins. I think in the end, honestly, I really firmly believe that. Even against the exchanges, against everything, even if the exchange loses all the money, whatever, it still wins. For a variety of reasons. But I think also, These little coins here, like Polymath Network, that trade on these decentralized, like I said, exchanges like Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap. That's just a few of them. There's other ones. I think that, you know, it matters. This stuff matters because nobody's trading on these exchanges, so they pump these coins up, and there's nobody even in the pump. And by the time everybody gets on, it's just another pump and dump. That's all it does. Just reruns. Reruns that script and just goes back to the other digital signatures, doesn't it there, buddy? So yeah, it could happen, guys. I mean, I could just be totally out of my mind here to think that this works like this, but I mean, like I say, I've said in my previous post or whatever, if you don't believe me on a lot of the stuff I say, all right, here's a bet for you: sell or buy a big amount of crypto for your investment purposes. Like, that can be whatever amount. I'll give you an example. If your net worth is $1,000, I don't know, that's not a big net worth. I would say maybe buy $1,000, 10% of your net worth, maybe 2,000 if you want to feel that you know have some money in it. You know, if your net worth's 10,000, you set aside 2,000, you buy your crypto, and you know, it can be whatever crypto. Literally, it doesn't even matter. It can be an ERC20 token. It can be, you know, Bitcoin Cash. But what I dare you to do is have a good bit of your net worth in a crypto, hold it, and then I dare you to sell it, all of it, at one time when you think that you know the market. When you really, really think, like in your head, like, oh, I've been watching the market. I've seen this. People have said this. I've seen this kind of move. I know this. I know what I'm doing. And then sell. And then tell me a year later if you're able to even buy it for the price you thought you could sell it for. Crazy. You'll lose your money. I know it sounds crazy, but most trades in crypto you will, because there's so many of these coins trading against one another. That's what everybody forgets. A lot of these coins on the exchanges have like 5 or 6, 10, 20 different trading pairs against other coins. So you're not ever gonna like win against that. If you're on an exchange trying to do that with coins, the only way to do that is when there's like massive pumps and you're going into those coins and just capturing a little bit of it and then going back to whatever coin you want. And I still don't think you're gonna win, honestly. I think crypto in the end wins. But you know, there are people that skim in crypto, but I don't think that most people trading crypto are successful, even if they're using, you know, top of the line trading software. I just think there's something built into it that probably it goes up to the exchange level of, like, you know, talking like Binance and shit, that can actually know how it works. And even if they know how it works, they're still not able to, like I said, fully control it. They might be able to control their stash, but that doesn't mean they can control the whole market. And when they try, you know, I think they get smashed. I think everybody does when you try to control crypto. The idea of it, I think, is just to buy it, hold it, just like savings, just like holding your money, and then spend it if you need. It's not like the end of the world if you have to spend it. If it's low, great. It's, you know, if it's high, great. It shouldn't matter to you because you're going to keep buying it. It's going to keep going up, where those prices aren't going to matter. The reason is because it's done that before. You know, it's done it plenty of times in history. I don't think it's going to stop, honestly, because I think it's the fundamental backbone of this stuff is these altcoins. I don't think it's actually core. I think all the altcoins are the reason Bitcoin Core is where it's at. It wouldn't even be at 16 or 17 grand if it wasn't for a big part of the alt community, honestly. And that's my honest opinion. So, yeah. We're live, guys, on Bitcoin Cash. I went on a little rant there for a minute, but I do got my QR code in the top right. Feel free to send me a payment. You know, it's fun to do. It's easy to do. And I enjoy getting them. So, probably going to wrap this up here in a minute, guys. It's getting a little late over here. I'm going to head off for the evening. Yeah, man, a lot of these people were staking Solana too, man. They got crushed, bro. They got crushed. Their bags are just nothing now. If they were on FTX, they're literally nothing. That's That's hard to swallow, guys. If you're on that other end of that boat when your money gets hacked. I know the feeling. I mean, I know it. I'm not coming from an area of like, oh, you know, good riddance. Like I know the pain when you go and you're like, oh, it's gone. I lost it all. And you come to the realization it's gone for a minute. For a minute you try to, you know, oh, okay, well, wait. But then you very quickly, you come to the realization that your money's gone. It's happened to me on a couple different times, guys. I want to be clear on that. It's happened to me, I mean, on a lot of different, I mean, I consider under 5 a lot. It's probably happened like 3 or 4 times, 4 different incidents with crypto that have been like really, like, you know, almost ruined my day type things. But it's just part of it, guys. It's not the end of the world if the prices go down and you're caught up in it. It's not the end of the world if they go up. They're gonna go up. But some of these, like people in Litecoin that have been in it for, you know, years, longer than Bitcoin Cash. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Bitcoin Cash was over here, guys, you'd see a lot more of what I'm talking about. We'll get there, and you know, with time, it's gonna come. So, you know, we'll do this long stretch. You know, Litecoin's down too. Litecoin did hit an all-time high. When, you know, I don't know what it went to. I think it was at like, I don't remember seeing it when it hit an all-time high. I was not following Litecoin, but I know it did. I know it did. I know it went way up. This was actually the top performer back when Plus Token came into play here. So when Plus Token came in, guys, Litecoin was, you know, it was doing really well compared to other coins. It went from, you know, you see it right there, almost 300-400% gain. So, you know, I'm not trying to sell you on Litecoin. I'm not trying to sell you on any coin. I think anybody that wants to buy crypto should do their own research on it and find what coin they like. For me, that happens to be Bitcoin Cash. So, yeah, that being said, with this kind of graph we're looking at, like, yeah, we only see Bitcoin Cash from, you know, here. That's what we see. You know, we didn't quite go to the all-time high here, because you got to remember, a lot of people sold Bitcoin Cash at BSV. You know, they went all in on BSV. You know, there were bags dumps or whatever. You know, however it moves is however it moves, guys. No, none of us know. None of us know, and a lot of it's automated, so we don't even need to try to play into the hype of it. We just need to know why we're here in crypto, which is, I think, the main part. So kind of looking at Litecoin on the dollar. I mean, remember, we're at the dollar here. You know, it goes down right here, like, it just makes no sense. It just kind of goes up with the market. Plus Token was here. Plus Token scam. So that was this pump right here. Plus Token scam. Probably because they were using Litecoin, since it had a lot of trading pairs, to get their money off the exchange into private wallets, whatever. Because Bitcoin had I think Bitcoin went to like, I don't know, 10 grand, something like that, during this period of time. And, you know, all that stuff happened. Gave Litecoin a little bit of an opportunity here on price. This price probably wasn't for the better of the community, but, you know, people are going to run scams anywhere, guys. It's not crypto is not scams are not a crypto thing. Scams just happen to be something that people do with money. That happens with crypto, unfortunately, too. It has nothing to do with the security of the network. So people that don't understand it will sometimes try to use that as a pivot. But even when government officials have to approach it, they have to have a common knowledge level of it that kind of stuff doesn't exist in crypto. They don't see it like that because they can't. They're a government official. They can't sit there and lie to themselves when they know, when it's right there in their face. So they have to accept that crypto basically is just a self-governing money system, basically. So when these scams happen, like, they can't do anything because it's just like somebody scamming the U.S. government, you know, with money, or doing a scam in the private sector or public sector or whatever, with a stock or whatever. That kind of stuff happens all the time too. So it has nothing to do with the actual utility or the way the network's set up. Like, people think like, oh, crypto is just a scam. They think like the crypto part is the scam, but it's not. It's totally could be far from it if you actually know how it works, how it actually is supposed to be used. So yeah, so what I'm saying is the Bitcoin Cash graph kind of looks like from here forward, right? Minus the the pump being not here, because there was BSV. BSV was down here. It affected Litecoin's market too. The fork affected pretty much the entire crypto market, if I don't remember. That was the last. You know what I think is so ironic, that more ironic than probably any of this crypto speculation stuff that I do on this channel, is the last big dump for crypto. Like the last, I want to show you. I like to back up what I say. I don't like to just show people. I don't like to just tell people and say, hey, this is why, because I said this is why. No, it's not that. It's what it was. You have to back it up. So, last rally on core to 20K. Conveniently, all the cryptos, major cryptos, dumped right here. Okay, remember this time period, okay? Remember October 2018 was the build up to it, and then by December that year, we were a year later from the rally of 20K. I'll tell you why. Show you why, actually. BSV. I know that breaks some people's hearts in this channel, but it's the truth. And it has nothing to do with me liking BSV more, or me liking Bitcoin Cash more. I like both of them. I like Bitcoin Cash more if you want me to know what crypto I personally like, but it has nothing to do with that. So, moving on. That dump on core and the rest of the market, by the way, was all the fork of Bitcoin Cash and BSV. It wasn't just the BSV fork, it was equally the Bitcoin Cash fork. I want to be very clear on that. It was both. It was not. A lot of people, when I think on this channel, sometimes when I talk about BSV, I'm like taking sides. I'm sideless. I'm not taking any sides on Bitcoin Cash or BSV. I don't care. But here's the dump right here at the fork, the BSV fork. It's right here. This is the big area that flatlined us down to lows that didn't occur till almost a year earlier. A year and a half earlier in 2017, before the rally. So that's the important part. Like before this rally, that was the last dump, the BSV BCH fork. That just shows how much. To me, that shows the power of those two coins, basically. That to me is indication of something bigger going on. It's a large jump. I mean, this was really the biggest one that I remember. When I was in crypto, because I held through the whole dump, honestly. The crypto that I got, I got burned, and then I bought more, and then I had some here. I had some that I was holding from here. So January of 2018, I made a lot here, but I lost it all, guys, all of it. And then I went back here, like later on, because I actually got in down here. Believe it or not, I actually got in early. I actually got in down here, early August. So I got in on the run here, not on Bitcoin Core, just on crypto in general. Ethereum, some of the other coins. I think I bought Monaco, I bought Zcoin, I bought Zcash, a lot of different coins. A lot of different coins, guys, because you always think that they're going to go up. And when they don't, you realize that was a bad idea. It's human nature, guys. I'm no different. Guys, if you're live, I'm live. Looks like I'm the only one in the chat now. I'm going to probably take off for the evening. But my point of the whole freaking thing, the whole rant was the fork had a lot of impact. The BSV fork had a lot of impact. Bitcoin Cash fork had a lot of impact. It was a fork of both. It was a fork of Bitcoin Cash, but it was really like a big thing is what I'm saying. It's big. It's big. Just let's highlight on this. It's big. a big jump. It's from 65 to 35. It was the last one too. It was ironically the last. It was the low. It was the all-time low for that rally period from like that year, a couple years. You know, it gone way up too, but it never went past. It never went under there. Not yet. I mean, it might go. Maybe it'll go down to here, but I don't think so. My point is this period right here was a big thing. So I think that's all. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching the show. I got my QR code top right if you want to send a payment. I'm going to take off for the evening and try to make more of these videos when I see time's permittable. Thanks, guys.